Today's review is on pubs.com, which is a really nice little website in lots of ways. The challenge for this is how to take a website that's got some really good content and to market it as a business. How do you actually make money out of a website like this? And I think that's an issue that a lot of us will be facing if you actually want to use your website for direct earnings. It's slightly different to promoting your general business. So, first impressions of the site. What I got when I came here, my immediate impression was there's a kind of 1990s style to the site which is over-decorated. And it feels very much like the background of the site is a little bit heavy. This is very rich and ornate at the top. Now, I love the logo. I think it's really distinctive. It looks like the badge that you get on the front of a beer pump. It is kind of ornate and detailed around here, which gives it a kind of old-fashioned feel. And there's nothing fundamentally wrong with having this stuff at the top. The detail in the background is likely to draw your eye. We've also got detail here. We've got this wood panel effect going on, all of which is going to give your eye interesting things to look at that aren't content. So it does go in the face of communicate, don't decorate, which is one of our favourite principles. So what's more important is the readability of the site. So you can see we've got some really interesting photography, we've got some good copy, the headings and everything are fairly clear. The fundamental problem with the site is that we've got small white text on a dark red background. And that's going to be difficult for a significant minority of people to read. In actual fact, it's going to be uncomfortable and tiring for everybody to read very much on this, because if I click through to any page, you can see that all the content is on that background. Now, I noticed that when I look at that, my eyes are creating funny effects. I'm seeing little white stripes appearing between these lines. And there really is no call for that. It's totally unnecessary to put content reversed out in white on a coloured background like that. So I would definitely recommend that this site needs a design refresh. It needs to have good, proper sized text in black on a white background, and that needs to be kept in sympathy with the nice brand that's up there at the top. I would also recommend that we make the navigation a bit stronger, a bit more noticeable. You want to make it stand out more so that you actually want to hover over food and drink and find out what's there, or bookstore. Another thing I've noticed is we've got here location search and then name search. What is a location search? Why do I want to search a location? We need to join that up and say, find a great pub near you. And find a pub by name or something like that. Actually, just be a little bit more descriptive about what's going on. With the goal of making this site more commercial and generating revenue from it, I think from a design perspective, what we need to focus on is engagement. We need to simplify the design to some degree. We need to make it readable, and we need to make it feel appealing to read the content that's there and to click onto something else. So it'd be nice to see maybe on links, what I call on links at the end of content, to say, you've read this, what about this one? So here's one pub in London, why don't here's a couple of links to nearby pubs. Just keep people on the site, really try and increase that number of pages per visit and time on site that you would see in Google Analytics. So as I said, there's loads of really good content. Let's start to look at the site from the commercial perspective now.